Good morning or evening or afternoon or whatever time it is for you. For me, it is 11:47 p.m. and I'm about to start this 24 hours of sewing. Woo! Got myself a cup of coffee. Breathe fire. Couple ground rules for today. I am allowed to do anything relating to sewing. That's the sewing itself. That can be patterning, cutting fabric, pinning, design process, anything that relates to sewing. One thing I am adding into this is I am allowed to knit because it is sewing adjacent, and at some point in this I'm going to be tired enough that I should not be touching anything sharp. So I feel like knitting is a safe way to go. Plus I'm already halfway done with a sweater. I'd like to get some work on the sleeves done because sleeves are my enemy. I have to take breaks because work-life balance. Coffee is not for you. Coffee's that's my yum yum juice. It's midnight, so let's get sewing. Before I break my tripod. Got a lot going on here. For some reason, I cannot find my sewing scissors for the life of me. Sewing scissors. Fabric shears. I can't find my fabric shears. Stay away from my coffee. Yeah, my coffee. Okay, that's much better. What are my ice axes doing here? Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do, start out a little reasonable, is work on this pair of jeans. A while back, these are my favorite Levi's, but a while back I fell off a scooter and got a little hole, so I put some lace embroidery patches over the hole and then some extras just to tie it in. And I feel it looks a little weird with just one leg and one knee having the embroidery. So I'm going to add a little bit more to other parts of the jeans. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Biggest thing with adding appliques to garments is you really have to take the time to cut away all of the mesh, because the more of that mesh that you cut away, the better it's going to look in the long run. One thing I'm definitely going to try to do is, it's not clean now, but just not create too much of a mess. Kind of pick up after myself, which is not something I normally do. Okie dokie. As you can see on the clock, I'm just finishing up my first hour and not off to a great start. I am already kind of tired. I think it's just purely because it is normally when I would be sleeping, but I knew if I did like 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. I would be dying. It's just easier for me to go ahead and start early so that way my slump is in the afternoon and not in darkness. I have gotten one patch on a pocket done, and then on like the hip portion I have another patch. 2 more to go. We're not even going to talk about how much coffee I've had in the first hour already, and I can tell you this is not going to be my only pot of coffee. I have some bread pudding. It's pumpkin bread pudding. It's so good. So I'm going to go heat that up, eat it, get back to this, and then at 2 a.m. I have a call back to the US with some of my friends. We're going to play D&D. We're in our 3rd session of this campaign, but I missed the last one because I was out camping. So I'm a little behind and I'm excited. So I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Okie dokie. Well, I finished the appliques on the jeans that I was working on, and because I was on the call with my friends, I switched over to knitting and started working on this sleeve. It is now 5:25, 5.5 hours in, which 8.5 to get, not 8.5, oh my gosh, 18.5 to go, so I'd say it's a pretty good start. My back is killing me, just sitting up mildly hunched over, so I'm going to take about 5 minutes, do some stretches, kind of walk it out, and then get on to the next project. One of my friends a while back had let me borrow one of her shirts that I liked. I pulled a pattern off of it, and so I'm just gonna take the pattern that I pulled from the shirt and start working on a mock-up to make sure everything is all nice and dandy with that before I cut out the final fabrics. It's like a cropped, kind of boxy tank top, and I'm just making them all out of just a basic cotton because that's what I have. The other fun thing with this 24-hour sewing challenge is I am buying no materials. Everything that I'm making or working on, I already have, so this is kind of also a little bit of stash busting. Peep the sleepy little baby. Right now what I'm doing is I'm just pinning the pieces of the shirts together. I decided I'm not going to line this, and I'm just going to finish off the edges. Ironed out where the darts are going to be, and they're marked on each one as well so I can see exactly where to sew. I have pinned the back seams. Next step on these is to just sew. But honestly, I really can't be bothered to rethread the sewing machine right now. So I'm gonna work on something else, I think. I'm 6 hours and 41 minutes into this thing. Yay. So I'm going to try my hand at embroidery. This is just some linen scrap that I had. And try 3 colors, because if this turns out well, it will go on a future project. And I'm kind of just doing a medallion design. This is just iron-on transfer paper pattern. And we're gonna see how this goes. I have never... The only type of embroidery I've done is just, like, sewing on appliques. So that doesn't really count because you're not actually doing it. I haven't the slightest idea on how to do any of, like, the fancy knots and stuff. And I'm too tired to read directions right now. So I'm gonna watch, like, 2 YouTube shorts on how to do this. And then I'm just going it. It'll be fine. Hello. Thought I would do a little bit of an update. It is almost 8:30. The sun is up, but it's been rainy. I'm doing embroidery now. I'm actually really surprised at how incredibly easy it is. I've got some yellow, gold, and green going on, and I'm about to put some black details on it. Have a little kitty sleeping next to me. He said leave me alone. You're so cute. I want to be sleeping too. I'm so tired. I need some more coffee. I already drank a liter. I drank a liter of coffee this morning already. It's fine. Everything's fine. I am back. It has been another hour, so it's about 9:35. And I finished my first embroidery. It was actually really fun. Super time consuming, but oddly kind of just like chill and zen. So definitely want to try another one of these in a little bit. I'm gonna get a bite to eat and then we'll start on the next project. Sweetheart, I love you too. Just stick your face right into the pokey thing. Don't you just love when you're filming and the second that you get a really nice clean shot without anything messing up, no tension issues, no thread snapping, and you forgot to hit record? Just my luck. Or really inability to be attentive because I'm tired. Well, I totally closed up 2 halves of the shirt and forgot to finish off the seams on the back. So we're just gonna play a little bit of fabric finagle to get this through the machine so I don't have to do it by hand. And with the next shirt, we'll just have a better order of operations. Though I will say, in all of this so far, wow, I look like Rudolph. Why is holy crap, my nose is cold. Maybe I should turn my heater on. Anywho, I will say I am proud of myself that I'm actually sitting and sewing and doing majority of this process at my desk. Usually I'm patterning, cutting out fabric, ironing, all that like on the floor. And then I wonder why my back and my hips hurt all the time. This is personal growth. This is so stupid. Looks weird. It's because I caught some of the fabric underneath and I have to redo it. Halfway point! Woo! It's noon and I could not be more excited. I am halfway done. Honestly, a couple hours ago, I did not think I was gonna make it. Okay, where I'm at right now. I've done the jeans. I've got the pattern finished for the 2 tank top shirts. Both of them are cut out. I had to backtrack on the blue one a little bit, but I am just finishing up the neckline and arm's eye. I'm having a little bit of problems with tension on the machine, and I was just getting frustrated, so I'm just gonna finish that up by hand. Honestly, I could use a little hand sewing right now. I had so much fun doing the embroidery, and I'm definitely gonna add more to that later. Yeah, honestly, I haven't gotten as much done because as I was thinking I would have gotten done by the halfway point, just because I've had to backtrack on this and learning embroidery and refusing to watch an instructional video that was more than 15 seconds long. Okay, enough rambling. Because I'm at the halfway point, while I am working on the hand sewing, I am going to treat myself with a face mask. And yeah, check back in a little bit. For my next embroidery project, I am working on some bell-bottom jeans. My jeans to start with are not bell-bottoms, so I'm just adding in a triangular shaped gusset that I am going to decorate. So here you can just see that I'm making a triangle to cut out. So I'm still working on the embroidery for the first panel. I just wanted to talk a little bit about something that I've learned today. Going into this 24-hour sewing challenge, I really thought, oh man, I'm gonna get so much done and I'm gonna be super productive. And it's like, yes, I am doing a lot, but it's not about how much I do. It's not about the quantity of things that I make. Like, yes, there are a ton of things on my make list. And my make list has gotten longer throughout the course of the day, just because as I've sat and sewn, I've gotten ideas for new things. And that was part of the reason I wanted to do this, was get into a space where I didn't have to think about anything other than creating. And then I'm getting to work on things that I just haven't had time to work on because I've had events to go to, or dinners, or work, whatever it is that I've had to do that has gotten in the way of what I want to do, which is this. I want to make, I want to create. I love getting to be creative, and I so very rarely get to do it just because the world is in fast go mode that I forget to slow down and enjoy the process. And I'm actually enjoying doing this again. I'm enjoying slowing down. I'm enjoying the craftsmanship aspect of it. And that's the whole reason that I do this in the first place. I'm going to keep embroidering. I'm almost done with the green on this one. And I need to charge my phone a little bit, so. Okay, I swear, today is the day of sucky snips, because my favorite ones that I always use, I can't find, and then these, which are my second favorite pair, keep getting loose, and I don't have something small enough to fit in there other than a fingernail, but then every time I do that, my fingernail breaks, so I can't use those. And then these were working, they're not cutting anything, and how do my snips keep just not snipping? I'm wide awake and hyper because I've had a lot of sugar and almost 2 liters of coffee today, but I'm also just so tired. Oh, I'm so over this. By the way, quick time check. It is 5 o'clock. I'm not mad. I am calm. I am calm. I am calm. I am calm. Not mad at all. Just frustrated. You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you have to use the giant scissors for snips. Which, don't come at me. These are my fabric shears, not these. All these probably were once fabric shears. I got them secondhand, and they're not super sharp, so I use them for cutting out patterns. So, no reason to yell. I know. To do an embroidery panel. Like, I know it's gonna look good, but it takes so freaking long. Oh my gosh. I have so much respect for people who do embroidery. Oh, this is day 1 of embroidery, and how do you ever get anything done? How do you complete anything? Like, it just takes forever. Hello, hello, hello. I am so excited to announce that I am 3/4 of the way done. It is a little after 6 o'clock, so only 6 more hours to go. I finished the blue shirt that I was working on, and I'm back on the embroidery, adding in some of the orange. I'm getting very low attention span, and I'm out of coffee again. I am actually running out of space on my phone, so I'm going to take a 5-minute break, start the download of all of this footage onto my computer, and while that's downloading, I'm just going to keep working on the embroidery because I need space to keep filming, and I only have like probably 5 to 10 minutes left of footage. I am so happy with how this turned out. I think it's so pretty. Just have a little bit more, or a lot bit more to do. It is just after 8 p.m. I am in the home stretch, the last 4 hours. I can't believe I've been doing this for 20. This is where I'm at with the embroidery so far. I am really struggling. I've had to undo these stitches so many times just because I'm getting tired and I'm making mistakes because I'm tired. And to be completely honest, I don't think I'm gonna go back to the sewing machine tonight. One, with how tired I am, I really just don't want to deal with it. I really don't. Other thing is, I'm actually, despite the fact that I'm getting tired and kind of struggling, I am really enjoying the embroidery. I think I have found a newfound, like, hobby, hyper-focus, passion, whatever you want to call it. I'm loving it so much. And even though I have an abundance of colors, I'm gonna have to go get more thread very soon. So, I'm just gonna hunker down for the next 4 hours. I was working on the bottom part of the first embroidery panel. It doesn't look like much right now, but it's work in progress. And I realized it's after 11. The final countdown. Ugh, got a cat hair in my mouth. But I'm so excited. Only 50 minutes left, less than an hour. I am not living, laughing, or loving, but I am sewing because I love it. I do love it. Somebody is appalled and offended that I am not asleep and in bed yet. Normally he has me in bed by 9:30, 10 at the latest. He hates that we're still awake. Such grump. says 11:59. It's been 24 hours. I started at midnight and it's now 11:59. For now, I am being told that it is bedtime. It is about 2 days later. I was gonna film this yesterday, but I completely crashed and slept for 11 and a half hours. Woke up with a horrible migraine, and honestly, I needed a full day to recover. So here I am, 2 days later, feeling much better, and let's talk a little bit about how it went. Honestly, the first 6 hours was the hardest for sure. I probably didn't do this as well as I could have because I started at midnight, so I was running off about 5 hours of sleep. Basically, I just was like, oh, I'll take a nap and then start my day early. I was struggling. The other thing I struggled with was how much sitting I had to do. I was getting very stiff. Normally, I like to move around a lot, and my joints were so angry and so mad and so stiff that, like, as you saw, I had to get up and stretch a little bit and try to move around. So I would take 5 to 10 minute breaks. Probably not frequent enough, but I really wanted to stick to sewing as much of the 24 hours as I could, so I probably took those breaks every 3 hours-ish. Other than that, it went really, really well. But yeah, I had a great time. Part of me kind of wants to do this again, even though I say I enjoyed slowing down. Part of me kind of wants to do it again, maybe in a few months, maybe in a year, whenever I get around to it. But instead of just sewing for 24 hours, maybe see if I can do a single project in 24 hours. We'll see. I have tons of ideas of things that I want to do, and this channel is just keeping me accountable and helping me get off my butt and actually do the things I want to do. So, hope you enjoyed it. Comment below if you think I should do this challenge again or any other challenges relating to sewing or cooking or whatever you want to see. And I'll see you next time. Bye!